How's it going, guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video. In this video we're going to be playing a game called Everspace, which is a kind of roguelike slash arcade spaceship game. So it just seemed really interesting, and when I saw a Let's Player I watch quite a lot called Milby play it on one of his streams, I thought it looked like a lot of fun. So I thought I would give it first impressions here, and if we do well with it, maybe I'll do some streaming of it of my own. It's made by Rockfish Games. I'm pretty sure a new developer. So let's go on, continue here. And the idea is you try to just survive through as many star systems as you can without dying. It's a roguelike, so if you die, you're screwed. And it's in early access, so it doesn't have complete features yet. For example, we've only got one ship available, but there are other ships that will become available eventually. It's got, it seems at least so far, full controller support. I'm just playing on my controller here. So this is the ship we can select. It comes equipped with a pulse laser, Gatling, 20 light missiles, standard shield, energized boost, and 2 scanning probes, and a load of stats that, because I haven't played the game yet, I have no idea what their relevance is. So let's go around here. Oh yeah, this is another thing. I'm pretty sure that as we go through the game and die and restart again, we'll earn money that we can spend on perks here. And there's kind of stats and challenges you can do as well, and a codex, which is coming soon. Okay, so let's launch and see how this goes. Ooh, okay. So that sounded like it was a bit loud.
Pilot requires further training. Activating automatic assistance. Stand by.
Assistance? I suppose I could use some pointers.
Okay, I'm going to go into sound, and I'm going to turn them down a little bit more. Yeah, that's more like it, yeah. I'm just afraid of getting drowned out. It's easy to do that with these videos. Okay, so move forward with left trigger and backwards with left button. Okay, so I'm kind of doing a little bit of a reverse here. And yep, so I can kind of go look around with the right analog stick and strafe with the left analog stick, and boost by pressing it with the left analog. Cool. So I'm going to head towards this little starry thing, because
let's begin by shooting targets.
Space tells me that stars are good.
Enough.
Okay, so now I've got a target. Okay. I can't remember how to shoot. Ah, yes, okay. So, eat laser! And crash into me and... Did you die? Yeah, the flying seems to take a little bit of getting used to, because it is unbound 3D dogfighting, but ooh, this feels fun. This feels a lot like a lot of fun.
The next targets have
nice.
First, use the pulse laser to deplete their shields. When the shields are down, use the Gatling gun to inflict greater hull damage.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so select primary weapons. Oh, okay, so I can go between... Okay, cool. So my Gatling does more damage to the body of the ship, but my lasers are better at dealing with shields because they are an energy weapon. That makes sense. And all these weapons have ammo as well, so it is kind of probably a good idea to use the correct weapon against them.
Use missiles on the next targets. Set a target lock before
okay,
shooting,
cool.
so the missiles can home in.
So now we have to press right analog to lock on, and then Geronimo? How far can I lock in? Can I already lock out onto this guy? Okay, yeah. Missiles are very powerful in this game, but they're very limited.
You're ready for the next stage. I have created a jump target. Aim towards it and hold steady to leave the orbit. After each transit, your jump drive requires a cooling down phase. As soon as it is ready for another jump, I will create one.
Okay, cool, yeah. So you can't just, like, instantly jump to the next place. And it wouldn't actually be recommended to do that anyway, because if you did, you would end up without much equipment to deal with what will be in the next places, because it gets steadily tougher. So I can choose, and I'm going to go with the middle road. Okay. Yeah, so far I am feeling very positive about this game. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, just look at this.
Fuel gauge, a substantial amount was consumed during transit. You should aim to refill the jump drive completely. There is a mineable asteroid nearby. Shoot at it to extract fuel.
Yeah, the game's absolutely beautiful. I can't comment as to its mouse and keyboard controls, because I instinctively felt like it would play better on a console pad, and I would say that that's probably the intention, but it plays very nicely. I'm having some trouble with navigation just because it's a very kind of new control style, and strafing in 4 dimensions like this is a little bit weird.
Recommended you explore the location for resources. To speed things up, use a scanning probe.
Okay, let's try it out.
Okay, cool. So, if we have scanning probes selected, we have to just press B. And this is a very limited resource. You don't get many of these.
You might want to use the energized boost to reach it more quickly. But be careful. Collisions at such a high speed can be fatal.
Okay. Now this replenishes over time, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, if you hit something like it with this, it will really, really ruin your day. Whoops. Oh, see, that's also a thing. One thing about this game is it's really easy to unleash missile hell on things without really meaning to. Oh, equipment. Okay, cool.
And a weapon, but you don't.
Okay, so pulse laser versus beam laser. So we've got the pulse laser, and the beam laser does more damage to hull, less to shields, consumes a little bit more energy, and has slightly less range. But just for the interest of kind of differences, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna take it because it will.
Resources are essential for crafting and upgrading your equipment.
See, now we've got this.
However, that we have exhausted our possibilities here. I suggest advancing to the next location.
Cool. So yeah, that's fun. And where's our spot? And here we go. So yeah, this is good. It's very arcadey. It's quite fast-paced, as you can see, and it starts off kind of quite light and relaxing and not too tough, but it eventually gets very, very tough. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh my god, this game is beautiful. Okay.
Independent operators with varying affiliations profiting from trafficking, extortion.
Nice.
Illegal weapons trading, piracy, clone smuggling.
Maybe they have something I need.
Okay, so where are you guys? There we are. I am not very good at this game yet.
They're onto me.
But yeah, now I've got low shields, I do actually want to be careful. And, oh, that was a good shot. I don't want to take hull damage, because that does not come back on its own. You need to repair it. So now, for example, I'm not in the best of positions. Whoa! No, not fun. But damage to ship components. Oh no, I've taken damage.
Ship component is damaged.
Low
It is
health.
recommended you fix it before your next encounter.
If you say so.
Okay, I might actually be about to die.
That was not good.
Because the game just dumped me into it now. Yep, and boom, I'm dead. So yeah, the actual combat, once you get into it, can be tough. KIA, return to hangar. But we've learned the basic components now. Now, what we might actually have, whoops, is no, because we're only doing the tutorial there, we did not.
This time I'll make it.
Okay, so now we're in the full game. So what we, I think that bit was there. I think I was meant to just boost away, but
It appears we have stumbled upon an outlaw base.
I just stayed and fought because I was foolish.
Zone using these hidden structures to launch operations. I would advise caution on approach.
Maybe it's worth the risk. So many of them.
Okay, so no. See, the main thing of this is the aiming is actually really tough. And I'm still getting used to its inverted axis. I can probably change that. But yeah, eventually you want to be able to clear rooms like this without taking any damage. But as you can see, I have not done that. So, let's light missile. Okay, so we got all the light missiles we can actually store, I think. So let's salvage them and go in and get this. Whoops, that was not intended. Okay, where did they end up? I hope I don't have to abandon that because I've lost it. Oh no, here we are. I pressed the wrong button. Very much the wrong button. The music's actually pretty good too. I'm actually really kind of liking the music. Okay, so shield versus hull enhancer. So basically, I'd get more health in my hull, but I'd lose my shield. So I'm going to salvage that. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me to have that as a thing in its own right. So, one thing I want to check out is just the controls for switching. I just want to find the controls for switching this consumable. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so now it should fire. Okay, there we go. That fired the consumable. Okay, cool. So now we can go over to this tech container. I've foolishly used all of my boost. There's actually quite a lot in here. So this is the thing. We've got a certain time limit, and after a while, very nasty things will begin to appear. So I want to get as many of these kinds of containers and things as I can.
The level of destruction is breathtaking.
Hostilities only ceased when resources were exhausted, forcing both sides to the negotiating table. The demilitarized zone was created as a buffer zone, monitored by the Okar authorities. Only time will heal the rift between the species.
Thermogun and a damage limiter. I don't want my damage to be limited. I want it to be unlimited. This is exactly the opposite of what I want. But maybe I'm choosing too hastily and I should have a look at it first. Damage limiter. Okay, I don't know what that does. Now, one thing which is a little bit of a problem. It can be a bit hard to locate items that you're flying really next to. But that's just me being clumsy. Okay, so thermogun. It's got more hull, less shield, worse range. It's homing, but it looks like it's one of those ones where it's kind of like a trade-off where it's worse, but it's good if you're not good at aiming. And in games like this, what you want to do is not use those. You want to get better at aiming.
What's this mining outfit I'm registering?
Grady and Brunt Prospects, corporate behemoth and sole legitimate operator in
Oh,
the
okay.
demilitarized zone. Their monopoly has ensured unchecked expansion. You will encounter their jump gates and mining drones frequently.
So their fighter, I think, is not hostile to me. So it's probably a good idea to not shoot at them.
You are acquiring a taste for cast-offs, by the looks of things.
I am indeed. Cast-offs are good because you don't have to pay for them. But let's go into there and have a little look-see at... okay, I need to... I saw Milby enter these, but I can't remember exactly how it was that he did it. Maybe it's over the other side. Whoops! Whoops, that was not intentional. Ah! How do I get into you, sir? There is a way to land on them. There is definitely a way to land on them. Unless this one is, for some reason... Whoops. Oh, I am not doing the best at flying. Yeah, I don't think this one can be landed on. This one does not seem to have a trade outpost on it. It's just something that I can shoot if I want to be really, really kind of confident. So yeah, I think in the name of fun, let's head on to the next system. Oh yeah, as we can see there, just in the top right, the Interceptor's inbound thing just came up. And things were just on the way to try to get me. Let's go for the high road this time. And... oh, okay, yeah, so that's... okay, so it's... jump drive coordinates created... mineable scrap and outlaw scouts. I, don't know if we can take these on. I might die, but I think we're getting close to that point where it might be wanted to actually wrap up anyway soon. So maybe this will be a natural end. When I die hilariously due to being rubbish at the game. Ah! I'll take at least one of you with me. Die! Die, 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 die! Oh, these are quite resistant to the missiles. That's it. Oh, and there we go. So yeah, the game is quite tough. It does not forgive mistakes readily, like any roguelike game. And I am a big fan of roguelikes. So, as we can see here, perks and upgrades are available. We have earned enough credits in my last one in order to buy a new perk. So, let's go over to the perks screen. And we can see that there's a few things we can buy. So we can upgrade the amount of devices we can carry, the amount of loot, my ship's hull points, which seems like a pretty good one to buy straight off, and sector scanner, and that adds additional information to the sector map, and things like shield generator. I think down here, shield capacity, yep. So I would say it's probably a good idea to buy that. And oh, where is it? Where was the... oh, never mind. Oh, whole hit points, yeah. Whole hit points as well. So now, I don't think we can buy anything else, because the base cost of things seems to be at 200. But yeah, that is basically the way the game works. You run through, you get blown up hilariously, you come back, you buy some perks, think about ways you can do better at the game, and go back to it. So it's a little bit like Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon, and other games like that, only it's actually 3D and you're in a awesome spaceship flying around a beautiful galaxy of randomly generated star systems. Anyway, guys, this has been my first impressions video. I am absolutely loving the game so far, and it's still in early access, but it feels very it feels quite full. Like, it doesn't feel like it needs a whole lot more. It feels like a perfectly adequate game so far. And yeah, it's currently €27.99, so that might be about $25 maybe. So yeah, if you're into roguelikes, like Binding of Isaac and Enter the Gungeon and all of those sorts of games, but would like to try out something that might be in 3 dimensions, then I would absolutely recommend giving this a shot. And if you're wary of the price tag, then maybe just wait for it to get a few more updates and things like extra ships added to it first. In any case, guys, I'm loving it. It's a great game. You should absolutely try it, and I will most likely be streaming it in the future. I hope you've enjoyed the first impressions of the game, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys!